would be able to support able to work on the stuff. So yesterday, even we have seen like how to configure the dashboard of an SAP Ariba and what all activities consultant is expected to do and what all activities the user is expected to perform as an user. So what happens today, there is a create button. Okay. And within this create button, we will be having the different required components. So if we are working
voice is again breaking. Can you have a better network? So voice is again breaking.
I don't think network would be the issue. Is it audible now? Hello?
No, it is not audible. It is breaking again.
Okay, no, I hope now it's better. Rajesh, could you be able to hear us?
Yes, correctly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just rejoined. Nothing else. So when we are talking about the different aspects which we use to work on the Ariba portal, it constitutes the Ariba upstream as well as Ariba downstream part. So in the upstream, what we can do is, and yesterday there were a lot of questions in terms of the sourcing request, what exactly does the sourcing request means to be, what exactly does the sourcing project means to be, what exactly does the contract request is, and what are the contract workspaces available in SAP Ariba. So as far as all that part is being concerned, I will today I will even talk about that part. Even as per the today's agenda, we have something which we will call it as the Ariba P2P cycle, like how it runs and what are all the aspects we used to have whenever we will be going towards the Ariba P2P. Now take an example over here. So when I'm talking about the Ariba P2P part, this is the simplest way how the things will go on in terms of an Ariba. So we do have this create button, and within this create, we could be able to either create the supplier or we could be able to even create the sourcing request as well. So there are two models. First one is the supplier module. Another one is the sourcing module. So sourcing module stands as the sourcing request. So it is used specifically to work on the different kind of the sourcing request and sourcing project. Okay. So first I will go to one of the created project and then I will show you how exactly those things will be done in the Ariba portal. So as I understand, you don't have an access for creation of the sourcing request. Only creation of the sourcing project is the access which is available for you people. So yesterday we have discussed, this is my universal search bar over which I could be able to search for the existing sourcing project. What exactly does the sourcing means to be? So as you can be able to understand over the sourcing part, in case of the sourcing, we have two things. First one is nothing but RFI, RFP, and auction and forward auction. Whenever supplier has to be selected, I am repeating this, if we would like to select the supplier, then we will follow the sourcing process. Now take this example itself. To minimize the cost, to select the supplier with the least possible cost, and to give the contract to that specific supplier, we will go via the upstream module, and that is nothing but the sourcing module in SAP Ariba. In the sourcing module of SAP Ariba, we will be having an auction. Then we do have a request for proposal, and then we have a request for information, RFI, RFP, and auction. These are the three options which we use for selecting or finalizing the supplier. I will just show you the completed auction, any of the completed auction. Auction is nothing but the bidding process. Take an example of the IPL bidding. That is nothing but the auction. In SAP Ariba, we call it as a sub part of the sourcing project. What does this stands for? This stands for the sub part of the sourcing project. So within this sub part of the sourcing project, we have ample of templates, and we have a different kind of a bidding process. So take an example. Over here, we could be able to substitute the bid, and we could be able to invite the different suppliers. Now if you will check it out over here, these 4 suppliers have been invited. Out of this, the least price has been given by the marine test supplier, which is a $65.61, whereas other people had given $72, $81, or $90 as per their request. Okay, so whenever I am creating any kind of the bid management process, and that is something we call it as an auction in SAP Ariba. That is something we call as an auction in SAP Ariba. So this is nothing but the live bidding process, and this is a part of the sourcing project where we invite the different suppliers. So these are the 3 suppliers which I have been invited for creating this specific sourcing project. Within a content, we can see the items which is being selected and which is being looked for. Within this team option, I do have a option that who could be able to select this specific product. Okay, within the option field, I have an option to select the person who could be able to take this up. This is the team, then reporting part, messages part, and the final one is nothing but the award, to whom the award has been given. What does this represent? Within a sourcing module, this represents the sourcing project. Okay, so first stage is a sourcing request. Second step is the sourcing project. So what I will do is, first I will create the sourcing request. So now we want to procure 1000 laptops. 1000 laptop procurement for Atos Syntel. This is a request which is being raised by the end users, that is a procurement team. So test project years, region, department, all these details I will enter. What is the commodity code? So as you can understand, the commodity is nothing but the laptops or computers. So I will search for it. This computer chassis, computer aided design CAD software.
Computer accessories was there.
Yeah.
You can search for computer. There was some computer accessories. Yeah, 4321 computer equipments and
Correct, computer. So now this is a commodity code I have selected. How much spend we want to make it out? It is like 50,000 USD. Out of this project, how much saving we want to achieve? Like 10% of the saving. So this is something which is being filled by the procurement consultant, procurement team member, end users are filling these activities. Currency, all these details will be filled. It is same like we are creating the purchase requisition in Ariba. Good. And then I'm clicking on the create button. In this way, what I have done is I have created the 1000 laptop procurement. Okay, so this come as a default task. Prepare sourcing request and upload the required documentation. So the procurement team would have the document from the resourcing team or manufacturing department, or from the project team, they would have the document. So first thing that they have to do is they have to mark this task as a complete, so that the requirement of creating the document or uploading the document has been done. In the same way, whatever things are required for 1000 laptop request, whatever tasks, whatever documents are required, because this project will run for almost 6 months across the globe. Okay, so take an example. I want to have one task. This is something which I can be able to do as a sourcing request. So I'm creating one to-do task as clearance from the finance department. I'm having the clearance from the finance department. So I'm expecting this clearance by date today. This task is the required one. I think someone should go on mute. Rajesh, no, who is this? Someone should go on mute. Yeah, thank you. So now I have, what we have to do is we have to receive the clearance from FI department before ordering 1000 laptops, then clearance from security team. So if you will see this, Ariba is like a task management or project management portal in which we could add as many tasks as we want. So once I said clearance from finance department, yes, we have received. So I will mark this as a complete. If I want to associate the document,
In this case, Amit, sorry to interrupt. These tasks are in sequence: clearance for FI department and then clearance.
yes. We can have even those tasks in the sequence as well. I will show you. We can associate the tasks in a sequence like to do task. Now I will create the new task, that is clearance from cyber security department.
Amit, Manish this side. So these tasks what you are creating, so are they triggering any workflow or some activity for some other users, or it's just for your own reference?
No, it is for the reference. It is not triggering any kind of an workflow. Okay, but this project will be created and this will be in your record. It's same like you are creating the purchase requisition. Okay, in a way you are creating the sourcing request, and within this sourcing request, if I want to procure 1000 laptops, I need to make sure that I have the FI department clearance, I have cyber security department clearance, like that. So basically, Ariba is like a project management tool. I would rather say that instead of a procurement activity, it is like kind of a project management. You can easily monitor over here. Like,
so then clearance you will do on emails, is it? If it is not triggering any workflow or anything?
No. You mean to say like, does this task will get triggered? Okay. Oh, is it so? Yeah, it would get triggered to your manager. Now, if you want a cyber security department clearance, you can select your manager or whoever is from the cyber security department. To that guy, this task can be finished by him only. I couldn't be able to do this. Now, take an example. I have selected for this person. I can even select the group of the person. Then it should be finished by that specific person itself, so cyber security person itself, and the email will be triggered to him. The email will be triggered to him. He only should be able to mark this task as complete. And now what we can do is in every task, we could be able to do predecessor tasks as well. Like if you will see this, predecessor task. I have given only clearance from FI department, but I can put the predecessor task as a 5 tasks as well. So until and unless all the clearance has been done, we couldn't be able to proceed further. So this kind of a tasks, what the task means to be in the sourcing request. These are the activities we are required to do as part of the 1000 laptop procurement.
Amit, one question. These tasks, so sourcing manager have to add them always one by one, or somehow a certain set of tasks can come by default whenever a sourcing request is created?
There are 2 ways into it. It will come by default as well if it is a part of your template. Okay, it will come by default if it is a part of your template. If it's not a part of the template, the sourcing manager could be able to create it. So there are both possibilities in this case.
Okay.
Are you getting my point? Now, if you will see this, the first task came by default because this is a part of the template.
So when you were creating this request, so you have selected some template?
Absolutely. I have selected one template.
Okay.
Okay. So there could be 10 or 15 templates as well, which we could have for the specific user. User-based access as well, we could be able to give to the team. Okay, it means that if the person is from the procurement department, he will have an access to procure 10 type of the items. So cyber security item template or services template. One could be the chairs template. So for assets related template, liability, whatever. Like we can create as many templates as we want. So if I'm just choosing of the asset template, then automatically it will pick up the data for the assets itself. Okay, so these are all the tasks available. So in SAP Ariba, we will be having so many tasks available, and as per those tasks, we could be able to get the things done from the people. So we could be able to associate the task, and as per the associated request of the task, they could be able to do the things by their own. Okay, so just take an example. If I want to procure 1000 laptops, whoever is involved, whatever approvals are required as a part of the process, all those things will be covered over here in this specific request. So in one sourcing request, there is no limitation of creating the tasks. As many tasks as I want, I could be able to create. It's not only for the sourcing request. Even when we are creating the sourcing project, we will be having tasks over there as well. Okay, when we are creating the contract request, we do have tasks over there as well. So in the Ariba, the very important or good thing is everything is in synchronization. Okay, so everything is in sync. You could be able to see each and everything, and all the things runs parallelly. What does this mean? All the things runs parallelly. This means that whatever activities we are performing, we could be able to do it easily. Okay, so my only concern over here is whenever any sourcing request, sourcing project, contract request, contract workspace has been created, in all of these cases, you will see all these things: documents, tasks, okay, team members. Okay, these are the part of the default template or the default design of SAP Ariba. Okay, so like when I'm creating this 1000 laptop sourcing request, that time I have 10 tasks. At the same time, whenever I am creating the request for, take an example, 20 or I'm creating the laptop request or I'm creating the contract. Okay, that point of time as well, we will be having the similar kind of a structure over there in SAP Ariba portal. So it would remain same. So either I'm going via SAP Ariba system. So either I'm going via contract request or via contract workspace, all those things would remain same. Okay, now take this example over here. So if I'm making this as a clearance from the cybersecurity department, so if you will see this, I couldn't be able to mark this task as a complete. Why? Because this task has to be finished by this person only. You can see this task cannot be completed because the predecessors have not been completed. This is one thing. At the same time, as these specific tasks have been assigned to the user, he only has to complete this. In one sourcing request, we can even attach the documents. It's like permissions or any kind of the requests, whatever we have received, emails, everything we could be able to attach. So now for this 1000 laptop sourcing request, take an example, I want to attach one document. So this document will be the bill of or invoice, or I would say the permission letter from the finance department that yes, you could be able to get it done. Even we could attach this as an email as well. So now this will be part of my repository. Now this is a part of my repository. Okay, so this MM3 or whatever document I have attached over here in this sourcing request. So for this 1000 laptop sourcing request, this is the supporting document. It could be the bill or anything. Now I'm ordering 1000 laptops, sourcing 1000 laptops. I even want laptop covers as well. So here there is an option to create the sub project as well. Okay, the way like we are creating the sourcing request for 1000 laptop, in the same way, if I want to associate the request for 1000 laptop covers, laptop bags, I will choose all the details over here. I talked about the template part. This is what I have selected. I have selected this template. Now I have two templates available over here. I can select any template as per my need. If I am selecting the next template, so this template is something where we have to carry out customization. So I will select this template as well. So any template you could be able to select. Now I am creating the new sourcing request for the laptop bags. Earlier I have created it for the laptop. Okay, so this is a predecessor project. Now in this task, prepare sourcing request and upload the required documentation. I will mark this task as complete. So if I want to attach some document which is related to the laptop bags as well, I could be able to attach it over here. So we can attach the documents, Word, PDF, PPTs. There is no any kind of an harm in doing so. We can view the dependencies in SAP Ariba. There could be any kind of a dependency which we could be able to substitute it over here. Okay, so like if you will check it out in this case, now here what you could be able to see is there are different type of the tasks available. I hope you are clear with what exactly does the tasks means to be in SAP Ariba.
can you show how to configure the templates?
Yeah, that I am showing, but not right now. It is
Okay.
being scheduled in the next week. I will show that.
Okay.
So all these things, how to configure the template, how to upload the master data, then how to manage all the approval process as well as approval workflows, CIG configuration, integration related things. I can be able to show it to you, but I will go step by step so that everyone would be able to understand. First, I am covering up the end user part, where I would like to understand each one of you what exactly does the sourcing request, sourcing project, and all those things means to be. And post that, I'm going deep diving it. I will show how to configure the template, how to change the settings. Okay, then how to delegate the authority, how to create the users, all the administration tasks as well. I will show it to you over here. It's not a big deal. Okay. So now this is simply I have created the sourcing request. So now how could I identify that this sourcing request is created? As the incomplete tasks are 0, this is my sourcing request number. Okay, this is my individual sourcing request number. If I want to copy this entire project, this option is also available. The same way, like we could be able to create the PR, in that manner itself, I could be able to copy the entire project as well. If you will see this 1000 laptop bags is my sub project of 1000 laptop procurement. Okay, so I will go to this parent project. Within this parent project, one task is still pending. Why? Because it is being associated, or it has to be done by the specific person. So we need to log in with his ID, then only we can be able to do it. So what I will do is I will change it to my name, so that I could be able to finish it immediately.
Amit, can we have substitution as well here?
Yes, we can have a substitution as well. Like we could select as many people as we want over here. In fact, we can even select the group of the people as well. Okay, like this specific group only we could be able to finish. Like cybersecurity team, that role or that user will be there. That person itself could be able to finish up this task. No one else except that group could be able to work on it.
But is there any delegate option available? Like if someone is not available, something
Delegate,
like that?
yes, delegate authority option is also available in SAP Ariba, but that is not over here. You have to go at the top here. You can delegate the authority. It's a user-based delegation of an authority. Okay, so instead of Amit Nobody, if Manoj wants to work on my system as I'm going on leave, okay, so what you can do is you can click on this top notch corner, and over here you have an option to delegate the authority. So for those 5 days, the access will be all the activities which is being scheduled with Amit will be transferred to the specific guy.
And one more question. So these tasks which are getting generated, are there any repeated reminders or something for the owner if they are not completing it in a like fixed time duration?
Yeah, you can set up these reminders as well over here.
Okay.
Like if you want to see, this is alert. Okay, so I will schedule it like monthly twice or every 3 days. If I want to set up this reminder, I could be able to set up this alert as well. And these tasks would go as a part of the email as well. Means we can be able to send the email to all the participants that this has to be finished by this much date. Like over here, this is by default send pending notification 30 days before due date to the task owner, task participants. Send overdue notification, send task complete notification. So these email templates are default templates. If you want to edit these templates, you have to go to the administration, and then there you can be able to even edit these templates as well. This task part is available everywhere. If you will go to the contract, if you will go to the sourcing request, sourcing project, as I am saying you, in Ariba template is same across the all the domains. Module wise, user interface wouldn't change. It will remain same. Module wise, the tasks, the activities which we will be doing, it will not change. It will remain same. Okay, so there is a uniformity across the activities, whatever we are performing as part of a SAP. Okay, now just take an example. Now this 1000 laptop procurement request I have submitted, and this is even completed. What I will do is, now this request is completed, this is approved, all the activities, finance approval I have received, everything I have done. This is a simple way of creating of the sourcing request. Next step is, I will create the sourcing project. So there are two things in the sourcing. First one is a sourcing request, another one is a sourcing project. So now this 1000 laptops, I want to invite the RFPs, request for proposal. So I'm creating the new project, and in this project, what I'm expecting is, I'm expecting to have the 1000 laptops RFP. I am inviting the 50 suppliers, 10 suppliers, 15 suppliers, whatever it may be. I will invite 10 suppliers for.
Just one question here. When do we use RFI?
Yeah, RFI is a request for information. What happens is, whenever you want to order the laptops, okay, you will release an RFI to the suppliers, and then supplier will say, okay, this kind of a config. Laptops is a, I wouldn't say
Information would be gathered.
RFI would be required. Like, take an example, I worked on one of the project, United Nations, the United Nations wants to install the SAP for their company, UNSPC, okay. So what they will do is, they will ask their bidders to submit the responses.
Understood.
In terms of could you be able to provide this service, could you be able to give the resources on site, then all this, their whatever terms and conditions. So where there is no financial terminologies being included over there.
Okay.
That is, we call it as an RFI, request for information.
Thanks, Samir. Understood.
So there are three things: RFI, RFP, auction, and forward auction. So RFP stands as a request for proposal, where we will ask bidders to give the required things, like they will give the answers of the questions, at the same time they will give the pricing as well, and over the pricing we would be able to finalize the specific supply, right? Now what I have done is, I have selected the RFP as an event type. Then, because I want to do the RFP, even I could be able to do the auction as well. So if I have selected an auction, then what will happen? Then live bidding would be able to happen. Like IPL auction, how it happens, within 1 hour everything would get closed. Prices would be decided and everything would get closed within 1 hour itself. But in case of this this data, what we are going to do is we are going to create the data over here so that the things would be affiliated as per the requirement. Okay, so as simple as like that. Here the most important thing is predecessor project. So I am adding this sourcing request as a predecessor project for this. Now if we see this, these many templates are available. Okay, these templates have been added as per the requirement. How these templates have been added? Those will be added as and when it is required. So for the laptops, different template will be there. Then for, like you can see this request for proposal for Nestle, this RFP with detailed cost breakdown. So if I'm expecting the detailed cost breakdown, I will select this template. If I want total cost, I will select this template. As per the requirement, we could be able to select these templates. So now why you could be able to see those many templates over here. So always remember, template is something where we could be able to make the changes into. Okay, or we could be able to assign the things into the template, and as per that we could be able to see the data. So I will click on the create button. Now what I am going to do is I am creating an RFP, request for proposal. My intent is that all my participants, all the participants should be able to send the request for proposal. It means that they should send the pricing. Okay, I'm expecting the pricing to be forwarded by them. If you will see this due date, estimated award date. So today itself I want to award this as an RFP. In the real-time scenario, RFP would run at least for 15 days, 20 days, or even for 6 months as well. Yes, auctions would be running for a very short time. Whenever I'm saying this RFP, which is nothing but the request for proposal, and this request for proposal we will be using for entire end-to-end process of selecting the supplier who can be able to provide the 1000 laptops. Okay, so allow the participant to submit bids by email. So do you want supplier to submit the bids by email? If you will, you can select yes. Why? If your suppliers are not onboarded to Ariba, then you can select this option. Okay, enable scoring, then enable approval for team grading. So these are the default bidding rules which is being already set up. You could be able to change it. If you want, you can even add the new rules in this as well. Okay, you could be able to even add the new rules as well. So click on the next button. So these are the team members. Who are these people? These are the team members who is working on this project. It means that these are the people from the procurement team. Who are these people? These are the people from the procurement team who are carrying out the end-to-end activities of Ariba portal. Okay, so always remember, these people are the one who are the part of this process. So this is the Atos procurement team, project owners, surrogate bidders, team graders. I can add even the new group as well. If I want computer managers. So I will select few people. Now this is also getting added over here, computer managers. You can have the users as well as user groups. The next step is a supplier selection step. So I'm inviting the participants now. Okay. What does this mean? This means that I need to have the participants to be selected over here. So I'm selecting few participants who could be able to supply those goods. I have selected almost 10 to 15, whatever, 5 participants. Now these people are ready to give the request. Okay, and these participants will be part of the bidding process over here. So I will add, what is my requirement? I will add one line item as a 1000 HP computers. Whatever it may be, you can give the configuration details and everything. I need 1000 quantity. My reserve price is almost $500. The historic price $450. I can spend maximum $500. So this complete information is going to the bidders over here. So now if you see this, this is the summary of my proposal, and I will submit this RFP, that is request for proposal. So in this content itself, if I want to segregate 500 laptops of HP and 500 laptops of MacBook, 500 MacBooks I am expecting out. Even I could be able to mention that part as well over here. Even that could be the possibility which we could be able to achieve over here very easily. Okay, so now take a simple example. In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm simply adding the supplier. So this is what, this is a way or step to create a request for proposal or the bidding event in SAP Ariba. As simple as like that. Now I'm publishing this event. Publishing this event means whoever are the created suppliers, whoever are the invited suppliers, to all of those invited suppliers, the request will go, and now they could be able to bid for this. What they can do is they can be able to start the bidding, and as per that bidding process, we could be able to put the request, and accordingly activities could be started by the end users. So suppliers will be able to submit the bid for this specific RFP. They can be able to submit the price. Once they started submitting the prices, then we have to close this RFP, and then we have to award the specific person. Okay, so what does this indicates? This indicates like creation of the sourcing project. As I said you, this is the most difficult, I would say, like end user activity. in SAP Ariba. As you can see, it's not a big deal to do the things. Like in SAP ECC portal, even you have to give the end user training. But in Ariba, it's not required. Okay. As
Amit,
it is-
one question. So
Yeah.
we created sourcing request first and then sourcing project for the RFP.
Correct. Absolutely.
Okay, and for a sourcing request, then multiple project will be created after this RFP
Yes.
is done.
So, right, absolutely. So instead of 1000 laptops, I can create 500 laptop 2 RFPs as well, because for sure I don't need these laptops immediately, right? I might need this laptop after 15 days or 20 days or 6 months down the line. I need these laptops. Okay. So it completely depends that after how many days, and on the basis of that, we could be able to decide this. Okay. This is a simple way how we could be able to create the request of sourcing. Yeah, go ahead. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, one more question is that the suppliers which we invite should be registered supplier, or with the email they have the option to get registered.
Correct. Yeah, there are two options in this. Currently, we have added the registered suppliers, but even we could create the new suppliers as well. We can even add the new suppliers. We can just send an invite to the suppliers. Okay, and then they could be able to do the registration. Once they have registered, there even we can be able to substitute the criteria. Only registered suppliers are allowed for this event. Like if I am ordering any dangerous goods, okay, if I am ordering any kind of a dangerous goods, that point of time I would expect to have only registered suppliers, qualified suppliers. I don't want a new suppliers. Okay, now in this case, whatever we have invited the new registered suppliers itself. Okay, so if you want to invite the new suppliers, okay, that is also possibility over here in this specific event, sourcing event. This is an RFP event which I am talking about. Okay, now what will happen is I have to log in into the supplier portal with this registered user ID.
Amit, one question, Chandan this side.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you know the supplier, and a few suppliers you know that I can send the invite. But at the global level, if I am releasing this RFP,
you can even
then how? Yes. So if I am taking it publicly, and
yes,
the global level, the suppliers, maybe in the discovery side, I see few prospect suppliers, then how they can participate in this RFP? Can just tell
okay.
that will
See,
be good, I think. Yeah.
what used to happen is over here. Now you take an example. You want to invite the people who don't want to get these things. So we will make it public, and we will select an option of suppliers can submit the bid by email. It's not mandatory that. Actually, in the bidding rules, if you will see this, allow participants to submit the bids by email. Because if I want this to activate at a global level, where every supplier would like to bid for this requirement, so there are only two ways they can directly bid into this. One it should be registered on the Ariba portal. That is on Ariba network. All these suppliers, like these 10, 15 suppliers, whatever it may be, these suppliers are registered over Ariba network. Okay. Now I have put the criteria that if and only if the supplier is on Ariba, then only I will accept the bid. If my supplier is not on Ariba, I will not accept the bid. And means standard way or ideal way is the same, because why I am choosing the Ariba is just for the collaboration purpose itself. The expectation is Ariba should be collaborated, or there should be the collaboration between Ariba network and Ariba buyer. Means Ariba buyer and Ariba supplier should be collaborated. So if the Ariba supplier is not over the network, then it's of no use. So ideal expectation is.
My point was, like, if I'm putting, okay, and you said that bring rules and say yes, this can be participated to submit the bids by email, right?
By
So
email.
does it mean
procurement team has to enter the prices manually? It wouldn't come automatically.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, is it like buyers who are there globally and interested to participate in this RFP, plus the existing supplier, both?
Yes, both. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
For the existing suppliers, we can invite them. Okay. And for the new suppliers, we can.
It will be having both the option. Like if you say it, the bidding rules as yes, plus this suppliers also you select, then the both combination will come, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Fine.
Right. Okay. So what does this indicate? This simply indicates how the sourcing project has to be created. Okay, that is nothing but an RFP. In the same way, we can even create an auction as well. Now I will show you one option of how we could be able to create an auction. Create sourcing project. And like 1000 MacBooks. I'm choosing the auction. Test project is equal to yes. So again, I can put the predecessor project as a same sourcing project, sourcing request. So on this sourcing request, now I want to get into the auction for the people with my suppliers. Instead of RFP, I would like to go with an auction part.
What are the different event types, Amit? One is RFP, RFI, auction, and what are others?
RFI, RFP, auction, and forward auction.
Okay.
So for the scrap, like we will deduce the prices, whereas for just take an example, like there are few items where we have to increase the prices, and there are few items where we have to decrease the prices.
The forward auction will be increasing the price while you are selling the items, right? For the scrap items.
Yes. Now if you will see this, I will put the date, time as a 10:15 a.m. So if I will substitute over here as a 10:15 a.m., Then from 10:15 a.m. the things will get started to publish. Estimated award date. So today itself I want to award. Enable traffic light bidding, no. Okay, so all these details I have entered. What does this means? So now I am entering the auction, and these are the timing rules which I will be giving. So before the bidding itself, can we allow the supplier to submit the values? So if I will select yes, allow pre-bid, do not allow the pre-bids. It means that before the event starting, we could have the bidders to submit the values by themselves.